we are back, and tonight we are going to talk about our favorite thing ever, food. Food and restaurants, because this is the number one question I've been getting from people are, what were your favorite restaurants, and what did you eat? And was the dining plan worth it? Hey, Kelsey. So whenever you tune in, I'd love for you to just say hi, give me some hearts if you can hear me, if you can hear us. Hey, Alex. Okay, so we're gonna jump right in, and we are going to talk about the meal plan first. So Disney has a dining plan. They have several different options. We went with the Deluxe dining plan. All right, I have a heart from Kelsey. Thank you, Kelsey. We went with the Deluxe dining plan, and if you've been to Disney and you've had a dining plan, give me some hearts so I know if you guys know what I'm talking about. So give me some hearts if you've been to Disney, you've had the dining plan. We went with the Deluxe one, and Sean, I'll let you explain it and then just tell them if it was worth it.
Okay, well, it's updated, so it's new for this year. It just changed. It used to be like gold, platinum, whatever, all kind of different levels. Now there's just 3 levels, and one is the, look at all the hearts we're getting. This is new to me. I'm so excited.
Stay focused.
What were we talking about? The Deluxe dining plan. All right. Yeah. So it is. I think it's worth it, right? So the whole thing is, it costs about $116.25 per person per night or per day, however you want to go about it.
For the Deluxe one.
For the Deluxe plan. So that includes you get 3 full sit-down meals. So that's you get an appetizer, you get a meal, you get a dessert, and you get an alcoholic drink or a non-alcoholic drink, because they have those like fun specialty like whatever drinks in a souvenir cup, right? Those all count within the plan. So you get 3 of those per day, plus you get 2 snack credits per person per day, which is too much. I mean, you just can't spend them, and you like don't want to spend a snack credit on a $3, 16-ounce bottle of water. Like, that's just annoying. So it's hard to actually like use those snack credits. But at first we didn't like the dining credit. It's like, oh my god, we have to eat all this food, and like we couldn't do it. But then after you're walking around in the parks all day and you're sweating a little bit, then you're like, oh yeah, I'm ready to eat again. It moves pretty quick. So anyways, so basically what you have to do, you take everyone in your group, and if you can spend more than $116 per person per day, it's definitely worth it, right? Now, some of the restaurants we ate at, like some of the more fancier ones, which we'll get into, but like one of them, like La Cie, that's like the Canadian steakhouse over at Epcot, right? Those are like $54 steaks. So yeah, you're going to hit that pretty easy that day, right? But also you sit there and go, oh, wow, there's a nice, chicken dish on here for, $20-some, but I have to spend $50, right, to make it worth it, right? And, so sometimes you're like, oh, I have to spend more. I don't really want to, but that's okay.
Yeah, so a good friend, Crystal, told me that she didn't spend her snack credits, and then before they left, they bought a bunch of stuff they could bring home, and that's what we did. So we hadn't used like any of our snack credits. We had like 14 snack credits.
Yeah. So
Sean went and bought like pretzels and Mickey stuff that we could bring home, so that was helpful.
And luckily we didn't like come to that revelation until like 11:30 at night, and it was like the only thing that was open was the Contempo Cafe and the Contemporary. So luckily they opened until midnight, so just like whatever's at the checkout thing I loaded it up on.
But so if you're trying to be healthy, so remember, I went to Disney trying to be healthy, but the Deluxe dining plan does not really accommodate that, because I'm like, well, I get a free alcoholic beverage. Why would I not get a free alcoholic beverage?
And you get an appetizer and you get a dessert.
But you can swap your dessert for a soup or a salad.
Or something else. It's based on the restaurant, but normally it's a soup or a salad.
So we did that a lot instead of having a dessert. So anyway, we spent well over $116 a day on food. I mean,
per person per day.
Per person. I mean, probably each meal we each spent $100. So we definitely got the most bang for our buck out of the dining plan. So I would say it's worth it, but be prepared to eat a lot, and they do give you big portions.
Yeah, and for those of you who have kids between the ages of 3 and 10, that's a discounted rate, right? So that cost for the Deluxe dining plan, that's like $40 per day, per night, or per person, per kid between the ages of 3 of 10, right? Kids 3 and under, that's free. They can eat off your plate. It gets a little hairy when you get to the 3 to 10-year-old, right? They're like, you have to order off the kids menu. They will not let the kid order off like the main menu. We didn't experience that, so I don't know if how much they hold you to that.
Okay, let's get into the fun part.
But those details, you didn't know that. Like that's details. That's the nitty gritty.
See, we have very different personality types. I am very direct and to the point, and he's very like, let me give you every single detail.
So you can make a very well-educated decision, not just something made on a whim.
Yes, 3 and under is free, Ashley.
Yep. Yeah, you just eat off your plate.
Oh, and to get into the parks.
Oh, yeah, and to go to the parks and everything else. Yeah, pretty much everything is free for that.
Okay, we're going to go through breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the restaurants that we went to, and we're going to rank them in order of our favorite to our least favorite. And we're going to talk about the food, the experience, like the atmosphere, and the service. Okay, so we'll start with breakfast, and I'll start because you can do number 2. Our favorite breakfast was at Boma, which is in the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. It was amazing. It's a buffet, and it's an African style food buffet. They have like normal. They have scrambled eggs and bacon.
They have the Mickey waffles, so don't freak out.
Have the Mickey waffles.
But they have some like unique flavors. So if you for those of you who aren't adventurous eaters, maybe consider just sticking with Mickey waffles. But there are some really fun flavors.
They had just like bacon and sausage.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe stick with the Mickey waffles.
Yeah. But then they had like we love intense flavors and different foods. That was my favorite. I mean, probably one of my favorite restaurants there. We really want to go back there for dinner. Next time we're going to go to dinner. So if you've been there for dinner, let me know what you think of it. So that was our favorite. The service was terrible. We had a really nasty waitress.
And before I went, your dining credits, some restaurants cost 2 dining credits opposed to 1, right? So I went and made sure, like, okay, there was 4 times we had to pay for our meal, right? And those were the cheapest costing of all the places we ate, right? So I had to pay for those 4. And when you sit down, you have to tell them, yes, I'm on the dining plan, but no, I want to pay. Either you pay out of pocket or you charge it to your room, right? And when I told her, don't charge me, she charged me. And we had to pay full price for later that night. But.
So our waitress is awful, but the atmosphere is really cool, and the food was superb. Okay, Second favorite breakfast was Cinderella's Castle.
Oh, Cindy's. Yeah, I liked it. There's mixed reviews about this, especially online. Like, they said the food's not really worth it, it's more the experience, which is true, right? The experience is great. Like, you go to the castle, they call you Lord and Highness and Princess and all that. It's really cool. I get a sword, they gave them little wands, they do these,
Which, side note, whoever came up with that idea did not have children. Because as soon as they give you your orange juice and your mimosa and your food, they come by with plastic wands that they give to these kids. So London's like knocking everything off our table and hitting people, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this, who decided to give a kid a wand in the middle of a meal? Anyway, side note.
It was cute. I liked
ahead.
it. See,
if you agree with me, give me some hearts.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
It was very
It's a cute
stressful.
little touch. You want me to come with you? We're doing a video.
1 second.
So the food that I get home, she's upset. I did the shrimp and grits with some sort of what was this?
It was an
sausage? Andouille something or other.
I remember the sauce.
Oh, it was good. And I don't normally order that, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this because the other things in the menu weren't that great. But it was really good. It was probably one of the better things I ate the whole trip.
I went with the healthy option. So it was literally named the healthy meal. And it was avocado toast with an egg and arugula and cherry tomatoes and then a thing of oatmeal. So the avocado toast, the egg was amazing. The oatmeal was like creme brulee. It literally had like a layer of sugar on it and was so sweet. And I love sweets, but the oatmeal was too sweet for me to eat. So I'm like, they really shouldn't label this as healthy. But it was okay. It was decent. It was definitely more of the experience. Mm-hmm. So it's really hard to get into that restaurant, but it's worth it for the experience. Okay, and then we only had 3 breakfasts. The last breakfast was a character breakfast at Hollywood and Vine in Hollywood Studios, and it was meh. I wouldn't go back. We only went because the Disney Junior characters were there. Sophia and Doc McStuffin and Jake.
From the Neverland Pirates,
yes.
And Manny the Builder, and
so they were there, and that was fun because London is obsessed with Sophia the First. Any other Sophia the First fans? Give me some hearts if you love Sophia the First. So we went to see her. The food was like just a normal buffet. There was nothing exciting. It was very average or below average. So the food was not good, but Sophia was there, so it was worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we have 4 lunch places to talk to you about. First is, you can talk about, our number 1 choice was Brown Derby.
Oh, Brown Derby. That was pretty good. The atmosphere is okay. It's like old Hollywood, right? Kind of 40s, 50s, 60s, right? So all the old characters written on the wall and everything. But It's an older crowd. We were sitting there watching all the lunch people roll in while we were waiting for our table to be ready. And it's just all old people. I'm like, okay, this is where the old people go to enjoy themselves. Hollywood Studios is kind of that way in general. They have some other restaurants that are catered towards that crowd, but it's okay. The food was great. Our waiter was great. So it's just the decor isn't so fun themed as you're used to.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Emma, yes, we went to all 4 parks.
Yes, we did them all day, every day.
All day. So we had breakfast at like 7 a.m. and we have dinner at 9:45 p.m. And
it's basically like Las Vegas for kids. You just go.
Which a lot of you were like, Ashley, you need to go for 8 days and not go so hard. So next time we're doing that. But anyway, the Brown Derby food was exceptional.
One of the better meals.
What did we have? I have it written down. I had a blue crab wonton as my appetizer, and I had chicken with pancetta and bacon, and it was amazing. Sean had a tuna appetizer and lobster and grouper for lunch. Yes, Ashley.
Oh yeah, they have some frozen stuff.
They don't have an Elsa Castle, I don't think, right? We went to all the frozen stuff.
But they have frozen rides and events. Yeah.
We'll talk about this in another video, but in Epcot there is a frozen ride and you can meet Elsa and Anna, and then in Hollywood Studios you can meet Olaf and there's a frozen sing-along, which is amazing. So
that's cool.
Anyway, yes, Courtney, London was amazing, and just all she said was, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And like she just
belting out like let it go.
Yeah, we went to the sing along, she was singing, we went to Disney. I mean, she loved it. So I think her age, she's not gonna remember it, but she had an amazing time. It was so worth it.
Definitely worth it.
Okay, so next is my favorite lunch place was the San Anel Inn. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's in Epcot. It's Mexican, and it was the best alcoholic beverages I've ever had in my entire life. Yes, Courtney.
Yep.
Free under 3. So we had a passion fruit margarita and a blood orange margarita, and they both came with this like cream. It wasn't whipped cream. It was like, I don't know what kind of cream it was. On top, oh my God, literally the best I've ever had in my life. And then I had guacamole. Sean had like some shrimp appetizer. It was kind of like ceviche, but with shrimp. And then for our meal, I got steak. And because I was trying to keep it healthy, make up for that. I didn't want to get like enchiladas with like lots of cheese and stuff. So I'm like, this lean protein, I'll be good. Sean had like a combination platter that had like enchiladas, a chili relleno, and some sort of brisket, or not brisket,
like
short ribs.
Short ribs, and they were all really good. But it was like I wasn't feeling good that day, and it's like it was the first thing we did. We got off the plane, we ran right to the park and went on a ride, and then went on this thing, and I don't know, I just wasn't feeling so hot, so it kind of didn't leave a good.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, but like
it was
little
amazing.
Frozen whipped thing on top that matters, yeah.
You have to go there just for the margaritas and the ambiance.
See, I think the drinks were better at Brown Derby, but whatever.
The ambiance was so dark.
All right, that was cool. I like the ambiance.
I could not see anything.
That makes it fun.
I felt like an old person that was like, I can't see anything, and I was like using my phone flashlight to like see things.
So there's a ride in there. It's the Three Caballeros. It's like kind of a little tour of Mexico as they look for Donald. Obviously, he's running around being crazy, right? So very few people know that's actually in there. Like, because we walked in there like, where's this ride? Because we wanted to go on the ride before we ate. But yeah, sorry, go ahead. Oh, and you can sit right next to the ride and watch it go by. It's really neat.
See all the details he gives? I'm just like, you gotta go for the drinks.
No, you sit there in the atmosphere. It's really cool. It's like this big Mayan temple. There's a volcano in the background and things floating by.
Yeah, but you can't see your food.
Oh, good God. Turn the light on. You had your... All right, never mind.
I have a ring light that goes on your phone, and I was using that ring light to like light things up. And then, okay, so the next favorite lunch spot was Yak and Yeti in Animal Kingdom. And that was kind of like, is that like an Asian fusion type thing?
Yeah. Kind of Asian, the whole Asian continent type fusion. Because it's in the Asian section of Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really, really, really good. I had really good egg rolls and then a duck breast, I think it was, with rice and veggies. Really good.
Yeah, snooze. I had the Bang Bang Shrimp, which was really good.
No, it was called Firecracker
Same
Shrimp.
thing. It's basically the same thing as bonefish, but it was really good. And then I had chicken tikka masala, which she doesn't like Indian. Oh, I loved it.
I love Indian, but who eats Indian when you're going to walk around a park at 80 degrees all day?
You ate duck. They have a Pandora avatar. Yeah, they do. We'll get in another video, but the Nervi River Journey is not that good compared to actually what the park looks like at night, but we'll get into that later.
They have a whole Pandora section, and they have 2 Pandora rides. We went on one of the Pandora rides because we had a fast pass. The other one was like a 250-minute wait. So obviously we did not wait for that one. Maybe another time. But yeah, it's amazing. So, okay. And then our least favorite lunch spot was the Beast's Castle in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype around this one because it's brand new. And the castle itself is pretty cool. You walk in and they have all the different rooms. You have the Rose Room where you see the petals fall and like his thing on the wall changes and stuff, right? They're themed really well, but the food was, it's like a cafeteria. It's cafeteria food. I mean, it's cafeteria style. It's counter service. It's not table service. They only do table service at dinner.
So we couldn't get a dinner reservation. We could only get a lunch reservation. So we went for lunch. You have to wait. You had to have a reservation, and then you had to wait in this long-ass line, and it was, like, so hot in there.
Yeah.
And they have, what are those people called in the tin?
Oh, knights. Yeah, they're like fake knights. Like, they're sitting there, they're standing guard, and they keep talking back and forth to each other. Like, one of them starts falling asleep,
and they were, like, sneezing.
Oh, I thought it was funny.
London was terrified,
was
so
terrified.
the whole time she was, like, a monkey, like, attacking my neck, and all these people are, like, pushing you, and then you have to order, and then you have to go find your own table. So, I don't know. For the price, I was like, this should be a sit-down meal.
Oh, no, the price was actually the cheapest.
Yeah,
it was
but
one of the
still.
cheaper meals, yeah.
Okay, but anyway, I had a vegetable quiche with salad, and that was good. And then you had...
I had the French onion soup and then the niçoise salad. I don't know how you say that. Niçoise. I don't know how you say that word. But it's that French tuna salad with potatoes, green beans, and like olives on it. It was all right. It was okay.
Yeah, the food was okay. And then we had a cupcake with the gray stuff.
You had to have the gray stuff. They say it's delicious. If you don't believe me, ask the dishes.
Okay. Now we're going to move on to dinner. And our #1 favorite restaurant was the Boathouse, which is in Disney Springs, which is pretty far and has no Disney feel to it. It's
not
posh.
as far as you'd think, but we went from the Magic Kingdom to the Springs. That was pretty far, yeah.
So the Boathouse was amazing. They have live music, and we were there really late, but it was still pretty crowded. And
it's a younger crowd, like
yeah.
like people without kids, and yeah, more of like the.
But I will say this: our dinner reservations every night were like 9:30, 9:45. So London was sleeping in her stroller, which is a great perk. She's very flexible and sleeps anywhere, minus her own bed, in case you've been following my stories and saw that we did not sleep at all last night. But she's very chill, and she'll sleep in her stroller, so we had, like, nice dinner dates every night.
Every night. It was actually
and they were very
well.
accommodating. Every restaurant was like, oh, yeah, we'll get you a table where, like, the stroller can fit, no problem.
Oh, and then here comes another negative about the Contemporary, right? So you have to take a bus. There's no way to get from the Springs to Contemporary without going on a bus, right? Mm-hmm. And when you go on the bus, right, you go in your grouped area, right? So you don't just go directly to the Contemporary. We had to go to the Wilderness Lodge. Meanwhile, Ashley and I are just falling asleep on the bus. We want to get home. It's like me and one other person who's staying at the Wilderness Lodge. We're going to the Wilderness Lodge, and then we're going to go back over to the Contemporary. Contemporary is just not worth it.
So yeah, we don't like the Contemporary. Okay, back to the Boathouse. It was our favorite food the whole time we were there, but it was super expensive. So obviously we used our dining plan. It used 2 credits. But it was probably like a total of $300 for the 2 of us.
But we got the appetizer, the entree, dessert, and a drink. It was definitely worth it there.
But if we didn't have the dining plan, we wouldn't have gone there.
Or we would just get like appetizers and a drink or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're big portions. They're very generous. Most places except for Tiffin's. But
we're going to talk about that.
There. I know. I'm just
okay, so the Boathouse, we both swapped our dessert for a soup. So we had lobster bisque. We both had the same appetizer, which was like tuna with avocado. And then for dinner, I had a lobster with asparagus. It was like a special meal they had. And you had
coriander crusted tuna.
Coriander crusted tuna.
Like a wasabi aioli.
So it was like the best meal. But it was obviously very pricey if you didn't have the meal plan.
Decor is really cool inside too. There's big boats and there's a giant oyster bar. And it has this like nautical fun theme to it. And they do live music all night.
And you could sit in, there's like one boat, and like I don't know how they select. If it's a special event, you get to sit in the boat.
You have to request it, but it's literally a boat that they turn into.
Olivia's here. Olivia is a Disney pro.
Hey.
So, Kate, do you hear Moana playing?
I am Moana.
I'm hoping Facebook won't take this video down if they hear Moana playing. Anyway, that's all we have. It's just Frozen soundtrack, Moana soundtrack, all
and
day
they're
here.
basically the same movie. But one's it takes place when it's cold, one's when it's hot.
Okay, next is our second favorite restaurant was Tiffin's in Animal Kingdom. Sean, do you want to...
Oh yeah, the Tiffin's, who said hi? Hey, there's Olivia, what's up? Yeah, so Tiffin's, it was really good. Probably my favorite meal there, but it's also the most expensive meal. It's, again, 2 credits. It's like fine dining signature, whatever they call it. And food preparations, you're not going to get a giant portion here, right? You'll be filled up, but it's not like the other places we had. Like we were full, but not like you have to roll me out of here full.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so like and we had an amazing waitress and she made it because we were going to order things and then she came over and was like, no, don't order those. Those aren't good. Like she went to culinary school. So she was very enthusiastic about the food and she made it. So she told us what to get. And then she recommended this steak that, I don't know, very special.
Now, Animal Kingdom is very gamey again.
Yeah.
You have very rustic type of foods and stuff. Like if you're in a safari, this is probably you're going to eat, right?
Yeah. So she brought this steak, so I got this steak that she recommended, and it came, and it was only like on half the plate.
Oh yeah, that was
funny. And I'm
funny.
like, where's the rest of my food? Like, it was a very small portion.
But it was like done really nice.
It was done beautifully, but it was like $50, and it was like half of a plate of food. And Sean got, what was it? Venison?
Venison. I was going to get something else, and then she described it, because I looked at the van, I'm like, I'm not going to eat deer. Like, people, around where we are, like, deer season's huge here, then they always have a surplus of venison. It's always gamey and gross. But then she explained it, and I was like, okay, yeah, I want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a coffee rubbed, and then it came with like a sausage too, and they had like a leek ash, which is like they took a leek and pretty much just charred it until it was ash and like let it like fall on the plate. Again, really fancy, really small portions, but pretty good.
Yeah, so if you have a dining plan, go there. If you don't have a dining plan, I wouldn't recommend it.
I'd skip that one, if you're doing it out of pocket.
And then Lacier, I think that's how I pronounce that. Is that right, Olivia? I know you had. I think you had commented on one of my photos. So this is the Canadian steakhouse in Epcot, and it was amazing.
It was really good.
It was so good.
Service was really good.
All of our dinners were so good. It's really hard to rank them, but the service is really good. Sean loved this guy. He was from Montreal.
He was pretty cool.
But I didn't really like him because he kept making comments about me being on my phone. And I was like, this is my job. Like, why are you commenting about me being on my phone? I was really kind of ticked off about that.
Oh, it was fine. There's little girls running around in pajamas in this like 2-credit dining fancy place. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Okay, so anyway, he was like trying to joke with me, but I was like ticked off about it. But anyway, I had a salad, the wedge salad. It was okay. I wouldn't recommend it. I would have gotten something. I was trying to.
I don't think I'd ever recommend a wedge salad. No matter where you go, a wedge salad just not good.
I was trying to be healthy and balance it because I ate desserts. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get desserts. So I'm going to get a salad as my appetizer.
All right,
okay, I maybe had 2 desserts that night. So
they boxed up. So I didn't want the dessert, and the guy's like, "Well, you get a dessert. I'll put it in a box. So you can take it home." I'm like, "All right." The guy was thinking on his feet for me. So we're sitting there, and I'm just like, my pants unbuckled, and like I always want to go home, go to sleep. And here Ashley goes opening up the box and starts eating out my dessert out of the box. I was like, "You just
what's
ate
the difference?"
dessert.
Okay, so I got the salad as my appetizer. I'm gonna have 2 desserts if I want. So anyway, I don't recommend the wedge salad. It had like an avocado ranch dressing that had like no flavor whatsoever. So I wouldn't recommend that. But we both had the ribeye that had a truffle risotto and was asparagus with that? I don't know. It was amazing, but it was a very big portion. So unlike Tiffin's, it was a lot of meat and. We both had that, and your appetizer was.
I had the pork belly with like apple kimchi and stuff. It was really good. That appetizer was really good.
Yeah. So anyway, go there. It's good. You get good portions, and then the desserts are really good. Obviously, I had a maple creme brulee because it's Canadian, so good. And then the other thing I had was Sean's was a peanut butter cake. And that one was really good too. Okay, and then our last dinner was, well, it wasn't our last, but ranked lowest was Ohana.
Oh, see, I loved Ohana. I like the decor, and obviously we're into Moana right now, so everything's very island in our mind.
How many of you love Ohana? Have you been there, Olivia? So I hear it's really good for breakfast. So next time we're going to go for breakfast.
Tonga toast.
This time we were only there for dinner. And dinner was great. We were actually there the night of the Super Bowl. So, like, the bar area was crazy.
Yeah, that kind of took away from it because they do, like, pineapple races with the kids. There's a guy that walks around that does the ukulele. But while the game was on, they halted all that. And I was like, well, you shouldn't take away from the experience because some other game's on. But it's all right. The Eagles won, so it didn't matter. It was really funny. Oh, I'll tell one more side story. So, like, they had the bar over here, right? And then there's another guy, like, over at the table. And he was with his family, right? And he was like this the whole time, just looking at his phone. And the people at the bar, like, something would happen, like, they'd all freak out, right? And then, like, a 30-second delay, then he'd be like, yeah! I always found that really funny.
He didn't eat any food. He just looked at his phone.
He did just the whole time, and then was delayed with his responses. It was good. But the food was really good. So it's family style, right? So they bring you, like, big plates of food, so whatever the salad was, and they put it on there, and you just kind of take it and whatever you need to do. So it's unlike a buffet where you have to go up and come back and whatever. And then they come around as like the Brazilian steakhouses. They give meats and they pull them off their big skewers and everything. And when you're in there, everything smells like a grill. Everything's smoky and fun. See, I really like Ohana. I would definitely go back.
When
to
they sit you down, they give you their pineapple. Is it pineapple coconut?
Oh, it travels with you to the thing. That's a big deal. So as soon as you walk in, the person's like, "Hey, here's your bread. Let's go to your table." Like, okay. I thought you would like that.
I love bread. If you don't know this about me, I love bread, I love pineapple, I love coconut. So my expectations for this freaking bread were up here. It was the driest, most bland bread I've ever had in my life. I was like choking on it. So I don't know if maybe we were just there on an off day and the bread was dry. How many of you ever had this Ohana bread? Is it better on other days? Because it was not good the day we were there. I had really high hopes for it. It was not good. The salad was good. Then they bring you noodles, wontons, and vegetables.
Was it egg rolls?
No, it was wontons.
Okay.
Or pot stickers. Pot stickers, not wontons. And so that was good. And then the meat, steak, chicken, and shrimp, those were all really, really good. And they come around, they give you Lays, and they put them on you.
Oh, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, so that was fun. So it was fun, but it was not like my favorite.
I liked it.
It was good, but the other food we had was much better.
True, but I love the atmosphere and like the whole Polynesian, I like that.
Oh, but the dessert. The dessert was like some sort of bread pudding with a caramel sauce.
I'm not one to do dessert, but this was good.
It was really
I mean, they have one of those, what is it? You put the cream in. What are those things called?
I don't know.
Anyways, whatever those you pour the cream out of, right? This thing's like a metal one, and I guess they heat it up and it has all this melted caramel in it, and they just go like this and pour that whole thing on there, and you're just like, yeah.
Yeah. So
it was good. That's one of the few desserts I just like laced into.
Okay, and then two other things I want to mention that were really good and worth eating.
Ohana. Sorry, I had to do it. I had to.
Okay, so in Epcot, in Norway, near the Elsa and Anna, meet Elsa and Anna, they have a little bakery, and they have really good stuff in there, but
don't ask us to pronounce that. It's a hard one.
It's something, okay, they have a bread that's called Schoolhouse, I think it's called Schoolhouse bread, and it's a round, like, roll, and it's made with cardamom, and then it has this, like, amazing cream inside it, and we read about it on a blog, and they were like, you have to get it, some people don't like it. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. It was so good. So definitely get that. And then everybody told me to get the Dole Whip, and obviously that was like life-changing. That was amazing. And then I wasn't impressed really with any of the other snacks.
No, we did the Mickey pretzel. I mean, it was huge, but like,
meh. It was very dry.
And with the one person on the blog calls it the plastic cheese. It's basically what it is.
I didn't like that at all.
Melted plastic.
So
and we didn't get much snacks. No, we ended up just saving all the snack credits. And I was bugging you. I'm like, we need to use snack credits. You're like, what? You just want to spend all these snack credits? You have 9 snack credits. What are you going to do with them? Well, I need to do something with them.
So if you have all those snack credits, buy stuff that you can bring home. That was what we did. So I think that's it. And so those deluxe dining plan, in our opinion, was worth it. If you're a foodie and you want to sit down, like we went to sit down dinners and 3 meals a day, sit down meals. We like that. London's very well behaved in restaurants, so that's not an issue. But if you have like a lot of kids and you don't want to sit down, then you can definitely do the quick counter service options. That would be probably a lot more economical.
A lot cheaper. You can move a lot quicker, if you're trying to get to all the rides and stuff. But yeah, it's good to take a break and sit down anyways. Yeah, but there's definitely cheaper options.
Yeah. So anyway, but we went to some amazing restaurants. Those are our favorites. Next time for sure, we're going to go to Boma for dinner. We want to go to Cinderella's Castle for dinner.
We're going to go to Kona for lunch or dinner.
We do not want to go to Hollywood and Vine.
Well, we'll probably go there again just so she can see Sophia. Because, again, that's that double benefit I was talking about yesterday, right? So you can book that restaurant, you can have a character breakfast, and you can get a ticket to the show at night. So it's like you get 3 for 1 type thing. It's only 1 credit.
Okay, that's all we have. So thanks for tuning in. If you have any tips or you want to weigh in on your favorite restaurants or places we need to go next time, please let us know.
Because Akersjø was on my list. It got denied. I did all the planning and then it got denied. That's the one in Norway with all like the Norwegian food. So those of you familiar with Norwegian food, you know what I'm talking about. There you go. I got a like there. That's what I'm talking about.
That's not my kind of food. I don't really like that
Pickled
food.
fish, basically, you know?
That's his, like, he
And
loves
London,
that food.
London loves that.
She does.
She's my baby.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Hope you have a great night. Bye. London, can you say bye? Say bye, I miss you. So, Olivia, you have like, is that the middle plan? Are there 3 plans?
Yeah, there's 3 plans.
So is that the middle one, Olivia? That's probably what we should do.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Because your girls are older, so they probably don't want to spend an hour and a half in a restaurant. They're like, come on, we gotta go. We gotta go on rides and see stuff.
Yeah.
So that's good to know.
It's Sci-Fi Diner. I want to get there next
Yes.
time. Right. So it's a drive-in. You sit in a drive-in car and you kind of watch old movies and stuff. I don't know. I talk about how things are kind of like old themed in Hollywood studios. I kind of like it though.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.